Hi guys, it is Monday. It's Mother's Day at home. I tried to call in sick for today to have a mental health day because I felt really crap. I tried so hard on the weekend to get out in nature and just I had moments of feeling good. I think everything was too much with it being Mother's Day and the wrong time of the month for me, and my flatmate leaving and not cleaning up after herself. And yeah, so I tried to call in sick today to have a day at home to rest, and it didn't happen. So I did not do my exercise this morning. However, the scales did say I was 75.2, but who knows what it's going to say tomorrow, because it's not that I had a horrible day, but I still went over my calories by 40 or 50. Which I know isn't a major, but it was. I didn't want to really come home and eat, but in the end I did. I had 2 pieces of low carb bread with Biscoff. Who knew that Biscoff is actually less calories than peanut butter? How that is just crazy. And I put a banana on top, which, yeah, just put my calorie intake up for lunch, for dinner. So yeah, don't mind the frizzy hair now that I've just taken my braids out. But yeah, I just felt like I needed to be nice to myself and have the day off. And I couldn't. And then today they asked me if I still wanted the day off to have a mental health day because I have sick leave. And I felt really stupid that I feel like this, but I do. And every year on Mother's Day, I put something up on Facebook to my mom, and I normally mention my stepmom as well. This year, I put my thing up for my mom, a video. She loves it. Frankly, I can do no wrong in this woman's eyes. Seriously, I am forever her baby, forever one of her greatest, proudest. I don't even understand it. But I am. And I love that. I love that I have her support. Um, but yeah, I normally do something for my stepmom, and I forgot. And I felt awful. I had 2 minutes. I had talked to my mom, and my mom was like, "Your video is amazing. I love it, and I want to watch it when things are getting tough, things are tough, and I just need the reminder." And I got off the phone with my mom, and I was at work, and I literally had 2 minutes to work, and I was like, crap, I forgot my stepmom. So I didn't have time to put up a post. So I quickly called her and said, "Happy Mother's Day." And, I feel bad. She doesn't have any daughters. So there's no one to cook for her or anything. So she still has to do it for all my brothers and my dad. My one brother was there, planting some flowers with her, which was awesome. It's one of, like, I just love my brother so much, and this was my hockey star brother, who I actually don't get to talk to enough at all. He's got a lot going on. He keeps a lot hidden, and I just wish that we were closer and he'd find strength to talk to me about what's going on in his life. But Unfortunately, I've never been that person for him, for any of my brothers, really. I wish I could be, but anyways, I was talking to my stepmom and like telling her how much, happy Mother's Day, and I hope everything was well. And one of the first things she said to me was that I went on Facebook today and I noticed that you didn't put out a message about me. And my heart sunk because it literally was one of the first Mother's Days in quite some time that I haven't. And even when I was home for Mother's Day, and I spent Mother's Day with my mom, but before I left my dad's house, I actually took her out for like ice cream, and we went out for like a... So I felt so bad that I had forgotten this year, because, I put it up, and I like, she says how much she loves me, and I know how much she loves me, and she has been such a massive part of my life. Like, literally, she is the only reason why I probably have a relationship with my brothers. Like, she is one of the reasons that kept me going there. That love and support that just always been there, and again, unconditional to a certain degree. But I felt awful this morning, and I was just like, I shouldn't have forgot. And it doesn't go unnoticed. So on my 10-minute break, I put up a message on Facebook for her, and she did read it, like, literally instantly. I tagged her in it. And it just, I guess it just reminded me the little things. How important it is, and how they mean so much to even the people that you don't really know that it means so much to. And I do try very much to concentrate Mother's Day more on my mom's, my mom, my stepmom. I just, with everything going on, I thought about my mom, but I forgot about my stepmom, and that was horrible on my part. And I'm so grateful that I was able to call her before it was too late, and just message her and like tell her I love her and how much I appreciate her and how much, she has made me into the woman I am today. Without those two women, without my grandma, without some of the people that I went to church with, the older ladies and my, that gave me put me on this pedestal that I don't want to be on, that I'm still on, I would not be half the person or woman that I am today. I would not love the way that I love at all. I wouldn't be strong and independent and able to stand on my own 2 feet. As much as both of those women are reliant on other people for income and just everyday functionality, it instilled in me how to be strong, and it instilled in me how to take care of a family and how to love no matter what, whether you agree or don't agree. It made me, not want to be a doormat, and to a certain degree, I was a little bit of that at one stage, and I hope not to be that again. It's interesting, I had a conversation with one of my groomsmen today, Um, so miss being able to have our friends together. And in all honesty, our friends are totally slipping away. My godson's parents, I feel like, have slipped away. My relationship with my godson is like, nothing is as strong as it was. And I mean, it's been 6.5 years, so that's probably why. And we don't get to hang out and see each other all together like we used to do. But yeah, he kind of like asked me like, what's going on in your life? Like, what's happening? And, you know, I told him like, I'm on my own for a little bit, and, you know, that's really good for me to be on my own. Like, I do feel like it's really good for me to be on my own, to focus on like my relationship with God. I didn't tell him that, but like, to just not have to mother anybody and not have to cook for anybody and just get to do everything myself, you know. Not think about, you know, taking somebody else in consideration, which I didn't really do with my flatmate here, but I did when it came to like food and stuff. And like sometimes I wouldn't be able to do my laundry because she was doing her laundry and like stuff like that, right? And like sometimes I wouldn't be able to watch what I wanted to watch because the nieces and nephews would be here. Like they would just show up and like that kind of stuff. But yeah, I was telling him how I was like going on this dating retreat, and you know, I don't know what's happening with my life, but I can, you know, I may go to Australia. And he's just like, literally go live your best life while you're single, not have kids. He was like, ugh, you don't have anyone waking you up, but you don't have anyone. It's funny because he's got a 2.5-year-old and a 6-year-old. And I said to him, you know, you honestly wouldn't change that for the world. Like, I know you wouldn't. But, like most of the guys who are in that friend group, you know, Woo is them. And, you know, he has stepped up and he is a good parent. And he does do a lot of stuff for his kids, drop offs and pickups. And he does a lot of the everyday caring. But yeah, he feels like he's missing out, and he's just like, I'm gonna vicariously live through you. And it's just so funny because, yeah, it's just interesting because like I sit here and I'm like, I would love to have that house, I would love to have that husband, I would love to have those kids. um like that's my dream, that's what I want to conspire to. And then like there's so many people, and like my friend who was just here on the weekends, the same. Like, I wish I could just pick up and leave. Like, they wouldn't change their life really when they think about it. They wouldn't. But, like, they feel like I've got the better hand. And I'm like, but I'm over here struggling day to day. And yes, my friend is struggling, but not horribly. And that one that I was talking to today, like, absolutely not. Like, they've got money coming out the wazoo. They're our rich friends, we call them. Yeah, it's just funny, different perspectives that people have. Um, but yeah, I didn't do a workout today. I was trying to be kind to myself. I will do a workout tomorrow. Um, Tomorrow's another day. I'm gonna try to do some laundry tomorrow, and I'm just gonna do some exercise and just have a day. I'm trying to get through Grey's Anatomy. Obviously, it's gonna take me ages. I'm only on season 6. And there's like 20 something. I've never watched it. I'm still trying to get through my book, so hopefully I can finish my book tomorrow. But yeah, I'm just gonna try to, might do some worship tomorrow as well. Try to write some things down and just regroup. I need to figure out how to not let the events at work, especially if I'm going to continue working with children, let those family events bother me so much. Because I do feel like it gets worse every day, every year. I've avoided Matariki, the big family event that everyone goes to and sees their kids do these big performances. I've avoided those. My niece just happens to be born. Matariki every other year now is in June, and so my niece just happens to be born when Matariki around the same time. And then last year I was in Canada, so I missed it. Not by much, I think by 1 week. And then this week is my dating conference at the same time. So yeah, so I missed it again, and obviously I do not get to miss Father's Day or Mother's Day. I wish I did. But yeah, I want to be able to have those moments. I mean, I guess what I was thinking about on the way home as well is that this is like the one, like even at school, like you wouldn't get a Mother's Day, you wouldn't get a Father's Day that I know of. Yes, you get a Matariki, but that's it. And we don't get 1,000,001 graduations because I wouldn't be teaching that age group that would do graduations. And so maybe some of that is the other thing. I've got a little girl about to go up to school that I'm like, she's so happy that she's going, and I love that she's so happy, and she's absolutely so ready. Like, I'm so proud of her, and she's definitely ready, but it's bittersweet for me to have her go off. But yeah. Anyways, those are just some of my thoughts that I've been thinking about, trying to figure out how strategies in place to help with that coping so that I don't feel that like, And today I had to go to work and I had to pretend like everything was fine, and most people didn't know, but even my stomach turned yuck because it was like, no, you're not fine, and you're putting on an act for everybody. And I know I don't want to stay in this moment, and I just know that I need a day of healing. So that's what I'm going to have tomorrow, a day of healing. Work out, do some laundry, and just chill. Because I didn't get that on the weekend. And yeah, I would just really, really need to think about what I want out of life. Kind of, I reflect on what I've done and what I've accomplished and like what I've been able to do. But I guess this next transition in my life that I do not think is very long. I do think there's some really important life lessons to learn in this next little bit. And I just can't quite pinpoint what I'm supposed to learn. But I know it's something vital. And I know, I just want to keep growing. That is my anticipation, is that I'm just going to keep growing and doing what I need to do. Anyways, I feel like I'm rambling and I'm tired. I need to take my thyroid and brush my teeth and go to bed in my nice new sheets, because I just got myself flannel sheets because it's cold. Instead of putting on the heat pump to try to conserve power, I've actually got my hot water bottle. So I'm gonna turn all my power off at the wall and go to sleep. So have a good night. Have a good week, those of you who are starting your work week. And I will talk to you guys again soon. And happy Mother's Day to all of you who are watching, who are moms. All of you who are watching, who are in a holding pattern and you don't know what's happening. Anyone who's had a miscarriage or stillbirth, or like just have those babies in your heart that never fabricated on earth, or all those people who have the hope of a future baby. I hope that everyone is just really kind to themselves, and I hope those people who are moms are have gotten a break today, because that is what you need as moms. You do so much stuff, and it's just that love that at the drop of a hat, like, you're never sick, you can't be sick, you're making school lunches and tidying up this, that, and the other, and running them this, there, and the other, and buying them this, that, and the other, and just so many things that are so thankless and mean. And as children, you think they're so insignificant, and like, that's your job. But as an adult, I sit here and I remember those things that my moms did for me, and I remember their sacrifice and all that it has shown me, and I'm so thankful. So on behalf of your children who don't recognize it, they will be thankful. I say that as a 43-year-old woman sitting here. Anyways, again, rambling. Good night.